checking one more time. Mic checking one more time. All right. Clean some shit up in here. Checking one more time. Mic checking one more time. Oh, we got some feedback. There we go. Well, good morning to all the people who have not hopped into the stream yet. And then they'll never know I said good morning. Like a double range deviation in the last 24 hours. That would have been tradable. Oh gosh, that would have been tradable. Yahoo! That'd have been a fun time to be awake. Okay. Moving on down the line. Hey, good morning, Onomin, JB, Colin Crypto, Bitcoin Dreamer, not the first one, the second one. Don't confuse Bitcoin Dreamer with the first Bitcoin Dreamer, he's the second one. And Ando Pancho. All right, let's just take a closer look here. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's time to come for this stuff. Sure looks like it to me. I don't see a lot of support below whatever this level is, 104 142. I don't really see any support down there. You know, we did kind of form a bit of a whatever bear flag kind of coming up. We have lost that channel of price. I don't really do patterns much per se. It's more of a principle than anything. And you know, from this top here, we did break some structure. So far, we have a lower high. So it is probably time to put in a lower low. Yeah, I mean that just seems that seems fairly clear. Let's play around with some time frames. My thing is like commonsensically, if price was meant to trade into here before trading into here, um, well, like we had everything we needed to do it right here. This right here. That should have done it, right? And then you break up, you re-mitigate this prior demand range, you shoot up again. It should have happened here. It should have happened on this initiation. This low should have held. But instead, that is just not what happened. No, it could not clear this high. And it came back down to the, if you can't clear a high, well, then you're coming back down to your low, but it broke the low. So yeah, I would say, I mean, to me, it seems pretty clear anyway that we are coming here before here. Yeah, and then and then now I have to provide a little bit more caution because I've been, God, since for a fucking week now. I've been looking for 103, 037 to get swept because it got put in last Friday. So we're getting close. It's like day number 6. Can we get down there, please? But I will say this is never the way I want to approach that level, right? This looked. Let me get the magnet up here. This looked overall fairly decent. I'm going to go ahead and include this. Boom, 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 boom. Now see if we'd have come down from there, remitigated, come down from there, remitigated, come down from there. Something like that would have would have just made it a lot more clear when you get down there. But this asshole right here that comes up and rips all this liquidity off prior to quite likely breaking this low. Um, it just makes this harder to get from here to here or here. It makes it harder. This now places more significant resistance between here and here. Had that not come up and peeled off this liquidity, this would have had a lot less resistance behind it to climb back up to there. And that is my personal opinion, and I'm sticking to it. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, it's gonna make Bitcoin really, for me right now. Obviously, there's a lot of different ways to trade the markets. For me, it's gonna make Bitcoin really difficult for me to trade today. And I'll tell you why. Not that you asked, but I'm going to tell you why anyway. Morning, Luke Zaldania and Sam Zerker and G. Richardson. I'll tell you why it's going to make Bitcoin hard for me to trade today. For me to enter a long position, I need to see a break of structure. That's pretty sloppy. I need to see a break structured into a long position. I also need that to enter a short position too. So in order to break structure for a long, I mean, we're looking at the 3-minute time frame here. I have to have price clear up above 106 now. I have to have price clear up there, and only then can I start to look for a long. Okay, that's my problem with hunting for a long anywhere in this area. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. Now, shorts. Well, I have just as bad of a problem looking for shorts because we are in the discount of this whole range of price now. We are very much in discount there, so that doesn't work. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. I don't want to short down there. Now, I mean, only thing that right now that could really work well for me would be to probably break down, get some manner of retracement, break down, then look to enter somewhere in here. That might work for me, but I can't enter here because what if this range just SFPs and then climbs back up to the high? So I can't do it there. And then on top of that, we have a fair value gap here. So the only other thing, like there is just not enough structure on this chart for me to trade this morning. There's just not. I mean, maybe if we were coming back up through this fair value gap and actually formed some fucking manner of structure, then I could look to trade the thing. Not that direction, dude. Not that direction. Probably like that direction, right? Then I could look to trade it. But I don't know. This is insanely difficult positioning. So for me, let's go ahead and put this range back on. Boo hoo for Brewberry. It's fine. I believe me, I will survive this day. I don't have to have a trade today. Yeah, my more primary areas of interest now are yeah, the ones marked on the chart. This one up here, 106, 107,576, 106,764, 103,037, and in and about 100K. Those are now my, yeah, I mean, yeah, so let's get some alerts around. Let's get some alerts cruising around some of these places. Okay, let's got an alert on it. Let's get an alert on that guy. Yep. Yeah, so that's pretty this is a boring chart for me, man. It's a boring chart for me. I can move on now. Anybody have something else that we want to look at? Hopefully something more entertaining than Bitcoin right here. Hopefully something more entertaining than Bitcoin. Yeah, it's not a no, it's not a 4 hour break structure. Maybe a two. Yeah. Yeah, definitely not my cup of tea. Nope. Nope, just not. I can't find anything else on the chart I like. Well, I'm gonna mark this out because this would be the most insane thing ever to be so. This would be the kind of thing that would infuriate me. There's this little 2 hour order block right underneath this low. So I lied. There's officially another area of interest for me. And yeah, that would be. Yeah, I don't like the approach to it. Yeah, whoop de whoop. Found one more place I like. Hey, dude, get where you belong. Let's get some of these positions moved around. They're all out of order. They're all out of order. I would anticipate this one first, this one second, and this one third, if I get my way. So, what else can we go look at? This here, not for me. Not for me. But if you guys don't have any ideas, I'll just go poke around. Tia is one we've been talking about. I'd still like to see this. Like to see a resistance out of there, a remitigation of here for a blast off. Which just essentially means I'd still like to see, yeah, that low deviated, get back up into supply. Let's clean some of this up. This was more from a swing trade perspective. I'm just going to kick that down the line for a moment. And yeah, and then I'd like to see it fall out of there. Somewhere in and about this region. Down into there, and then up. I'll just use that on there. I'd like to see, where's my path tool? Give me my path. I'd like to see this to here, to here, to up north. Yeah. A lot of missing candles, so obviously this is just a narrative, right? A lot of missing candles. So you guys still don't have anything you want me to look at. That's fine. I'll just cruise around, look at some of the stuff I haven't looked at in a while. Like the DXY. Can't form bullish structure to save your life, huh, Dixie? See if we care. We don't care. We don't care. No, we don't care. We don't care at all. As far as we're concerned, you can die. Break the low. Okay, cool. Yeah, that looks bearish. What's over to ES? Bro, you better do better than that. You better motherfucking do better than that. You absolutely better do better than this. Come on, man. We gotta do better than this. Oh, we gotta do better. Buddy. Again, this is the all-time high topping range, little Model 1 distribution up there. Well, guess what? You got the early signs of a Model 1 distribution here too. Dude, dude, come on, man. And I guess I gotta give this chart some sort of credit. I did anticipate that if we could push through this zone, we would smoke the all-time high of Bitcoin, and that did happen. But considering I'm still bearish about the presentation of the all-time high of Bitcoin, and then I see this on the ES starting to print inside of this Model 1 distribution topping range. What a shame. What a shame. God, what a shame. What a fucking shame. That's all I can say. That's all I can say, man. What a goddamn shame. I'm just going to hope that 59.55 to 59.09 holds for a higher high. And please make it a strong higher high, please. Yeah, or we have an unfilled gap, and you have to lose this low to get there. So maybe a slight, maybe possible range rotation, right? Possible range rotation like that. We fill the gap and stay inside the deviation template. I think we can. I think we can. I think we can do that. So let's. Where's my fair value gap? So yeah, I guess. I guess I could see something squiggling down there and still making it up. But overall, locally, yeah, dude, you look like saltpeter. What a shame. All right, what else do we got? Bitcoin dominance. Where are you at, dude? Dominance. What do we do here? What do we do here? All right, let's pump up the time frame. No, shit, we can go higher still. All right, cool. Um, yeah, so I was hoping to, fail the top of this range, come back down, fail the low of this range, march down here and break that low. It's just what I'm hoping for, right? That's just what I've been hoping for. So far, interesting, right? Because you come above this sort of high here, and you double top and you break 4-hour market structures. Let's clean some of this action up. Let's get that out of the way. Let's leave that on for now to know that it did its job. And let's see if we can indeed keep keeping on down. Oh, somebody did ask for something. Kayato and Pepe. Yeah, we can do those. Did I spell that right? Kaito. Kaito. Bye bye. What's happening in here? What is happening in here? Oh, that's funny. Looking for a run on that low. And then it flipped structure. And went to Valhalla. All right. What do we have here? What do we have have here? Let's get up higher. Let's go up to the daily. Okay. Okay. So in the daily, you have some pretty significant resistance above your or below your all-time high, starting at 21,403, going to 24,200. Okay, cool. All right, check. 4 hour broke bearishly up there, then broke to the bear side. That's not the way I wanted to draw that. I wanted to draw that like this. Yeah, like that. So you broke bearishly up there, back tested your supply again, beep, 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 beep. And down we go. Okay, cool. So this low created this high. So that's a break there also. Let's clean this stuff up over here so we can read a little bit better. I don't know, man. It could be in for, I don't trust this demand down here further than I can throw it. But I'm going to mark it anyway. I mean, maybe. That's a fucking big fat maybe if you ask me. Yeah, it's a real big fat maybe. If you were to get something to work in there, I think you want at least 30-minute structures. Let's do it that way. Let's do it this way. Let's make it green for go up. Green for go up, not down. I would I'd still be target 1 there. And I guess I'd be target 2 up in this region up here. No, that'd be target 2. This would be target 2. What am I thinking? Of course I'd be target 2. And I don't know if I'd hold it any longer than that, to be honest. I guess, let structure see what's what. But yeah, I have a this is not good. This is not good. Yeah. And I don't think there's anything else I want out there. No, I don't. I mean, we look at lower time frame stuff, but I don't think. So hold, please. Did I get that right? Am I crazy? Removal of liquidity, removal of liquidity, removal of liquidity. Doesn't look good. Has one good thing going for it currently. We broke bullishly there. It's like it's about a 15. I feel better calling it a 10, but you got about a 15-minute break of structure bullishly there. It was a 90-minute order block down at the bottom. So are we mitigating for to take a run back up at this high? Maybe. I don't have anything really structurally that can confirm that though. I mean, your 3-minute high isn't all the way until up there, so I don't know if I don't know if, no, I don't trust it. There's nothing in these candles that give me confidence enough to do something like this. Get out of here. That's what I want. Like an entry there with a cover of here to run at that target or potentially higher, right? I mean, it could come back for all these if that was the case. Like if you break this high, yeah, you're coming for that high. And if you break that high, yeah, you're coming for that high. I would suspect anyway. But I just don't see anything with enough confidence down in here. I prefer to see what happens down at 16100, or even this low down here, 16331. I'd be more interested to see what happens there. And there was another one. Pepe. What are you doing, Pepe? What are you doing, Pepe? Come to me, Pepe. Let's see. Where do we leave off on the Pepe? Well, we failed to plan a short at the high, which I normally always do. So shame on me. We kind of came up out of here. We got to that. And then we failed. So this was, I don't know, but it needs to go away. And so now we're down inside of this. And what do we have here? Nah. Not so hot there, man. Not so hot. Let's go ahead and delete this since nobody took that trade anyway. Looking at this whole area of price here that broke the, oh, that's not the low. That was an old low. This is low now. But it broke this low. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking at that whole section of price right there. It's the last buy to sell that broke structure from left to right that created an inefficiency that took us below this swing low point here. Just this general area. We were not able to overcome that area, and let's get down to like the 30. And so as we're interacting with this area of price, we put in this piece of action here. And yeah, back test, drop. Yeah, back test, drop. Yeah, I think it's coming for this low down here. And if that low doesn't hold, I think it's gonna come down significantly further. That low does not hold. I think it's gonna come down like another 25%. So what are we gonna do about that? What are we gonna do about that? What are we going to do about that? I guess we have to start looking for long as soon as a whole bunch of zeros and 10937. Not that damn thing. We start looking for long there. If that long, I mean, like, if this asset remains bullish, I can see that potentially taking me all the way back up to here. But it doesn't look great. I don't like, I wouldn't hold your breath for this one, personally. I much prefer this one. And so I suppose we should probably see. I don't know. I mean, it's tough because like I would say if you could back test into this area here, that you could still short down to this level. And that is in between a bunch of zeros, 11990, a bunch of zeros, 11582. I think if we could back test into there. Now, see, you kind of have a little bit of a fair value gap here. So I might want some additional structure on this. I might want to see some additional structure here because I was looking at a similar short on Bitcoin to this yesterday, but you see, you never got this. It just went up, right? So I think I'm gonna want to see something more like that to make any sort of an entry in there. That's what I would want to see. As usual, will probably not even have the time to fucking trade it. So there's that. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else on Zepepe though. Yeah, Tom Lee, good to have you, buddy. Been a long time. And one Harmony one. Yeah, let me take a look at Harmony one. I know it's not probably called Harmony one. I'm just a big fat idiot. Let's see. This is one of those. Yeah. So yeah, I remember this. I do remember this. This is a pretty bullish thing on the chart to me. This followed by this is pretty dang bullish if you ask me. Now, what would have to happen to reverse these two pieces of information for me, right? You got that little guy and you got this guy. Where does the narrative of this and this change for me? Change from bullish back to bearish? Well, it does that right where we're at, 110162. Yeah, it does it right here. Does it right here. This thing is absolutely allowed to give me a third tap in this area. No problemos with that. And if it did so, you could see if we did this, if we snipped back below there and came back up above that high, that would create a daily breaking structure right here. I would create a daily breaking structure, and so essentially I would just be looking to this really local range here. I wish that this high was still intact and had never been interacted with. I wish this high was still intact and never been interacted with. I wish we put a few more of those on the chart before approaching this low. But no, doesn't want to fucking do that, huh? Wants to clean that liquidity off. Clean this liquidity off. Not the way I like to go to a low. It's not the way I like to go to a low. That just essentially, that to me just means that this is going to be more. This is going to be, yeah, resistance. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I'm still interested down here. Still interested down here. So what kind of range or what kind of market structure did we have here that would be breaking bearishly again to get there? Is it like No, let's leave it to the 30-minute. Yeah, it's 30-minute structure. Um, and so, because of this 30-minute range that would have to break bearishly to achieve a level like that, I'm going to say it. I think you're going to want 30-minute market structure coming off of that low, which means it could make the, pretty far below the low to even have an opportunity to develop 30-minute market structure. Um, but yeah, it needs to do this and not this, right? Like a big break below that. Because again, if you break below 01134, take me to the daily. Please take me to the daily. Well, then this structure right here that came up from the low that broke bullishly here will be breaking bearishly here, and I think will equal all the way back down to there. So, that is why this needs to hold. That is why this needs to hold. Just wondering if there's anything right underneath that to support us. Nothing convincing to me. Nope, nothing convincing to me. Yeah, so the uber interesting level on the chart for me remains to be Zebra 1134. Just a sub. Any ideas? Oh, BTC pullback. Let's go take another look at BTC. Yeah, yeah, I have a. Yeah, I mean, but yes, yes. If we did not talk about this, let's talk about this. If you're coming up through this zone anywhere, it doesn't have to be this high, and you do this, specifically this, then I think you probably could look to short this thing. Back down to places like this, go away magnet, go away. This and this down into these regions. What would make me change my mind about that? What could develop between here and a hypothetical here that would make me change my mind about shorting here? One of these lows taking the prior low, right? That is a whole different ballpark. That's a whole different ballpark. Nope, lows have to stay upward structure only. Lows got to stay on the chart. If we come down and remove any of these lows on the way up, I'm not going to be super interested in shorting. And this thing could just go to fucking absolutely moonshot from here. And it just doesn't beat my rules, man. So I can't trade it. I can't do it. Dude, is my flooring guy here? Showed up at 7 o'clock for this guy. He's not here. Such a shame. Such a shame. Yeah, because I won't be surprised to see a deviation on this low take us all the way back up to that high. That would not surprise me at all. So yeah, that's all I kind of have over there. We did one, right? That's what we were working on. Yeah, okay, we did that one. All right, back to so we did BTC dominance. Let's take a look at total 3. Uh, don't love it. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Just even belong there. What are we doing? Doing? Let's get that out of the way. Well, that don't look super great. No, it just really doesn't look particularly good to me. Oh, what else am I missing? Yes, what is why the Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance, stuff like that. Oh, I was hoping for failure up there. But even though we did deviate this high, didn't really break any relevant structure of the upwards leg. And we flip bullishly here. So dominance goes back up. Neat. Okay. Neat. 8. I want to delete you. Go away. Let's get all this readjusted. Let's be aware of that. Indicating that it wants to come back up to these levels. All right, fun, cool. What else do we have? Biggest losers, biggest gainers. What do we got in that department? Is this Raven coin? Yeah, that's what I want everything else to do. That's what I want everything else to do. I've been talking generally on these altcoins going like, okay, significant high time frame breaking structure, 3-day order block. Yeah, now this is what we need all the rest of them to do. It's exactly what we need all the rest of them to do. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what we need. All right, who took a shit today? TRB, buddy, buddy. Let's get some stuff out of the way. Caramba, caramba, caramba. I normally don't make exceptions when this high hasn't been touched, but I don't know. It still looks like don't look so good. Looks like she wants to fill this gap up. Structure does not break bullishly until. Yeah, I'm going to give it to that. So 50. If we can get a little roll down out of here. Which it could just fall right through that low. Anything over here that's interesting? Slightly interesting. Okay. Eh. No, probably not. Probably not. I think I'm gonna leave it there just in case, but yeah, probably not. Jupiter. Yeah, man, I haven't seen that chart in a hot minute. Where you at? Jupy Juice, Jupy Jerupy. Dude, why am I blind? Oh my god. Well, I mean, it would have been logical to see that hold, but didn't. Whatever. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe we should actually go in there and look and see what the hell that stuff was. Okay. Let's delete from here. Uh, So that's cool. It has swept this low from last Friday that I have been complaining about on everything else. So that's kind of interesting. So that's kind of interesting. So I suppose this goes one of two ways. Dot 5155 to dot 5025. I think this goes one of two ways. Hold on, let me check higher time frames. This could be three ways. Yeah, it could be three ways. Yeah. I think if price is meant to come down and take out like this low or this low, then I think it's either A, not going to make it past this, or B, not going to make it past this. Oh, this zone up here was 56, 53. Now, more locally, I would then say because for the same reason I'm saying it could come from here and go down to here. Well, I'm saying then if it doesn't do that and breaks this, then it's going to trade up to here. And if you don't lose any structure coming into that zone, then it's going to trade up to here. And yeah, and then obviously that's a make or break zone, because if you can't clear that high, well, then you may rotate all the way back down. But if you do clear the high and initiate, well, then you've put in a pretty big change of structure and are likely coming back up for that high. So I currently can't long it until above this thing, 51. And my first target on it is going to be right in this 53.5 zone. That'd be what a long trade would look like for me. I don't know how I would refine that SL. Probably some way to do it. And a short trade for me would come out of this zone with much lower targets. Hey, can I get that back? Yeah, stuff like that. Or it would come out of this zone here. That's what I'm yapping about. That's what I'm yapping about. How many other loans? Loan number one, which could go all the way back up to there. So we'll stretch it and just understand there's some targets in between us. Oh yeah, here's the second loan. Yeah, that's probably how I look at it. Yeah, hey, Alex, I love you too, buddy. I love you too. Um, does it look bearish? Does it look bearish? Does it look bearish? So, so the main flow of your structure, so you have a little bit of a break above this guy. Okay, so main flow of structure for me is here. That's the main flow of structure. So I'm not, what do we call this? 30 cents bearish until you lose this low. But a loss of this low here um, does make me bearish until this low. Yeah, because that's a loss of structure between this point and this point. So that does make me feel as though this would be the objective. Right here, lower high, lower low. Um, but no, I'm not because again, this is my, let me use a path here this time so it's not so bloody ugly. My main flow of structure up from the low is still here. This low is an internal low to this high and this low. Still internal to those. So an internal break to here only allows me to look to my next external market structure point. And yeah, that's yeah. So I'm not super bearish on it. I'm not super bearish. No, as a matter of fact, I'm still bullish on it. I'm still bullish as long as price does not break 46.52. That was fun. Render, dude. I killed Render. We fucking crushed this thing. From TA perspective, we crushed this thing. Okay, so this is fairly interesting. This is fairly interesting. So obviously we did get some lift out of the. This is the short of a century right here. But you know, we did get some lift out of here. Did we clear the prior high? Now, does this low have a job to do? Yeah. What's its job? Its job is to break the high that created it. If it sucks at its job, then you know, it gets smashed. Anyways, so this long did not hit any of the higher targets that we wanted. That's okay. We get this out of the way. We get this out of the way. We get this out of the way. We get. Let's go ahead and leave that on. Yeah, watch that just be the short of the century. Woo! Anyways, there is something on here that is a little bit different than some of the other altcoins that we've been looking at. For me, primary structure up from the low is here, here, here. Meaning that that low that I had labeled as a strong daily low now turns into a breakage structure. And when you break a strong daily low, that's a pretty good indication of a trend reversal. It's a pretty good indication of a trend reversal right there. We have already back tested this prior range. Right? So I'll give one hope. I'll give one hope on this. Let's see here. So you have demand down here, but you're under daily bearish market structure. So any demand left in these areas down here, to me, they do not provide higher highs. They provide lower highs for lower lows, lower highs for lower lows. So I think you got one hope left on this locally, and that's your current low. Yeah, maybe peel any remaining stop losses that are hiding under this. Let's peel those at the same time. And then let's rotate from here back to here, and let's break that. And then I would say you're looking at a bit of a manipulative event under your swing low for a potential bullish expansion. I'm casting spells here. This is not what the structure reads. It's not what the structure reads. But if we can hold these lows down here, and then we can turn around and break 41.50, 56, well, then I would say you did manipulate below your strong daily low, and you are coming back to your weak daily high. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. Yeah. So, anyways, trades locally for me. I'll be interested at 36.27, but I already know when I go to the lower time frames, I'm going to see that this asshole coin has removed liquidity prior to heading down there. Sorry. I have to, give me just one second. Oh yeah, I'll probably have to hop off the stream here fairly shortly. Let's go take a look. Let's go see if it removed any liquidity prior to coming down to the low. Yeah, did so here. Did so here. Now, is this range going to hold? I don't know. I'm sure Bitcoin looks pretty similar to this right now. Maybe. But yeah, that removal of liquidity prior to interacting with the low, it's just not what I want, guys. It's just not what I want. But you know, I think we can look for a little bit of love down there. It's an absolute cross your fingers. But hold on. Let me send a text message real quick. All right, I'm back. Yeah, yeah. This is the only local trade idea. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Fine. That was fine. Hey, thanks, fine. Been a while since I've seen you too. That makes me want a long more than it makes me want a short. Emily, top of the morning. Cheers. All right, I have just a few more minutes. I'm down to do a few more T's and A's, and then I gotta head out. While you guys have all the fun, make all the money. Interesting. Interesting. Ooh, what's this do? What's this do? Oh, interesting. Okay, well, nothing too interesting there. Well, I mean, it is interesting to me. Just nothing like, oh, let me spend 5 more minutes talking about it. No, don't feel that way about it. What's XRP up to these days? What are you doing, dude? Hmm, man, if only I was up at like 5 o'clock this morning. That'd be way cooler. Uh, doesn't look bullish. Does not look bullish. So far, looks like I might be shorting into the weekend. Ugh. Mm, mm. What a crying shame. All right, you guys have anything else for me, or are you telling me to go on with my life? Trying to tell me to go on with my life. Dip down in, can't crack the high. Tisk tisk tisk. Tisk tisk tisk. Yeah, ETH really has held up strong. But then, I mean, like, if you think about it, like, yeah, let's do a little comparison here. Let's grab the Coinbase chart. Let's grab a chart that doesn't have any TA. What is this? What is this? Actually came back for the low. Anyways, all right, remove drawings. And let's do a little dual pane action. Let's get ETH over here. ETH, I want you on the weekly. Maybe I want you on the daily. All right, Bitcoin on the daily. Yeah, so Bitcoin is in premium. ETH is just barely at the equilibrium, just above discount. So, to me, it makes way more sense that ETH would be holding stronger in these areas than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's it's just, I mean, it's not at the most premium possible price. That's still up in the 111 areas, but yeah, it's in a pretty premium price setting right now. Whereas, ETH is still, still barely at equilibrium. So not too surprised to see it holding up pretty well. All right. Oh, compared to other alts lately. Yeah, now you make me curious to compare the total 3 chart with the total 2 chart. Let's get to the daily. Huh, that's interesting though, see, because if you leave ETH in the mix on total 3, oh yeah, my bad. Wait, this is total, yeah, this is total 2, so we're including ETH here, and we're looking really good when we bring ETH into the mix of altcoins. We're looking really good. We look opposite when we take ETH out. We're looking at a potential bearish break right here. When we bring ETH in, we've got that bullish break here. So yeah, quite the opposite. Yeah, yeah, that makes ETH look a lot stronger than any of these other altcoins. I do agree. I do concur. I'm long now. Get it, Luke? Fucking get it, bro. You long the old BTC coins? You long the old BTC coins? Did you stop below here? I don't know. Anyways, still nothing. Dude, what is? I don't even remember talking about this. What is this? I literally have no recollection even talking about. I'll figure. All right. Well, anybody want to holler at me if they see a good trade? Just, I don't. Hey, what do we got here? Yeah. 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 Of course, as I get closer, you got to see all the problems. Fucking bastard coin. Yeah. No, still didn't see a good one. Fair enough. Luke, you stopped all the way at the bottom down here. Well, then in that case, we're going to hope, for Luke's sake, that this unmitigated demand holds. It's not much of it there, but we're going to hope for his sake that this here holds. Braver man than I, but pulling for you, buddy. Pulling for you. So we're gonna hope that that holds and comes back up and cracks that high. Then I would have a T piece up there. Yes, I would. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think that's asking a lot for this zone. But maybe you already took profit and secured your trade, so you have nothing to worry about and you can just chill. All right, guys. I'm gonna go do other things. I'm gonna go do other things. You guys have a good one. Free balling it. Yeah, I'm gonna go do some other stuff. You guys have a good day. Thanks for coming and joining me as usual, and listening to me yap and asking questions. And take care. I'm out of here.